Hello, 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 everyone. How are you? Sunday morning, and my God, I got so much to share with you. I cannot believe what happened yesterday and over this weekend. Yesterday, my brain was literally firing on all cylinders. I was tempted to do a live yesterday to tell you what's going on, but there was so much information, and I just wanted to get my head around it first before doing a live to make sure that what I was telling you was going to be, the right information. And I was going in between client sessions. Yes, there was a mega busy day, jumping from one session to the next, and in between, hi Shai, and in between I was, hi Mal. I was literally listening to lives coming through from Singapore. And I got to the point when I listened probably to half of the information that was available yesterday. And I got to one of my clients and my hands were like that. And I told her, look at my hands. And she thought something happened. She thought maybe I had an accident. So, no, it was literally the adrenaline going from my body. I was so excited. I didn't know what to do with myself. It was ridiculous. Never ever felt that way. But I'm going to explain to you why I feel this way. Because for me, as a personal trainer, as a nutrition therapist, as somebody who really cares about making a difference and stop this ridiculousness of stupid diseases like obesity, diabetes, that are things that we can stop with, the right lifestyle. Hi, Mauricio. These, to me, I've just been handed some gold dust. Somebody just given me, here you go. That's what you need. And things can be fixed. And that's why I was so excited. I was absolutely ridiculously excited. Hi, Darren. So let me start and tell you exactly what happened yesterday. We've been having a World Convention in Singapore. We knew there were announcements coming out, and we had some hints of what was happening. Yeah. But they totally blown us away with what they come up. And even we didn't know this was going to happen. So without further ado, let me tell you exactly what's happened. Three big, massive news came out from this conference yesterday. And first news is, I mentioned this before, that we were launching the sugar trend monitoring. Yeah, sugar trend monitoring is through a device called Hilo Extens. Now, this is a little device that looks very much like the device you get in the hospitals when they put on your finger to measure your oxygenation level. Yeah, but this does not measure oxygenation levels. This device measures your sugar trend throughout the day. So let me explain what that means. People who are diabetic, and not just diabetic, people who want to monitor the sugar levels, yeah, they have to use these days, the only devices that you can use these days are the glucometers, yeah. So you have to get a needle, prick your finger, blood on a little swab, and it tells you what your figure is, yeah. So if you are a diabetic, and I've got many clients in mind that are diabetic, because that's what I specialize in, that is a nasty thing to do on a daily basis. Hi, Gail. A nasty thing to do because first of all, it's not pleasurable, but then eventually, and I've got it myself because I test myself daily, you get very, very hard skin. It's not a pleasurable thing, not something you look forward to doing. Yeah, but diabetics need to do that because for them, controlling their blood sugars is paramount to managing the diabetes. Whether it's type 1 or type 2 diabetes, they need to manage it. Yeah, for people like me, I monitor my blood sugars for a different reason. I'm not diabetic. I monitor them because by monitoring my blood sugars, I can tell how food interacts with my body, how my body responds to food, which in turn tells me what food works well for my body, which one don't work well with my body. And it gives me an indication of possible food intolerances. Yeah, so I use it for monitoring purposes to see how my body responds at any given time. Yeah, so now this device, the Hilo Extens, all you do, you put it on your finger just like you would do in a hospital. Hi, Jackie. Just like you would do in the hospital when they do the blood oxygenation. Just put a little thing, clipping on your finger. There's no needle, nothing. That will give you not one, but two different figures. Yeah. So figure number one, it tells you, hello, hi, Victor. It tells you the sugar trend based on 9 levels of accuracy. So what it means if you're not particularly bothered about the figure, it just tells you, okay, your blood sugars are very low, normal, high, very high, whichever level you're on, yeah? And you can monitor, obviously, there's an application that comes with that. You can monitor, as everybody's doing throughout the day. That's what we were told initially that will do. But what they told us at the Singapore convention is now they actually doesn't just not do there's a sugar trend giving you the levels, you know, whether it's low, high, medium, whatever. It's actually gonna give you an actual figure, just like you will get from a glucometer where you prick your finger, an actual figure which will be in DL per liter, which is American measure, or millimole per liter, which is the UK European measure. Yeah, so you actually get a figure. Yeah, that's not all. This device, we've been told this device has got the CE mark in Europe. This is huge. The CE mark in Europe is only awarded to class 1 medical devices. This is the only device in the world that does your sugar trend without pricking your finger, non-invasive sugar trend, and it's got class 1 medical device in Europe. And that's not all. It's also the results that you get, the figure that you get from this device is within the FDA guidelines. The FDA is the American association that deals with Food Drug Administration. That's what it's called, the Food and Drug Administration. They deal with food, drugs and medical devices to make sure these 3 things are safe for use for human and also for animals as well. Yeah, so this is massive. We are talking about this being recognized in Europe, yeah, with the CE mark, and fitting within the guidelines of the FDA. The guidelines for the FDA for the medical devices is that they need to be plus or minus maximum 20% of the accurate figure, plus or minus. Yeah, and we are in those guidelines. This is massive. Yeah, and the beauty of this device is initially we thought to be able to use this device you needed to have a Hilo. Yeah, which is, you know what the Hilo is. I mentioned that many times. Yeah, which is brilliant because, you know, the Hilo measures all the other biometric parameters, so your blood pressure, your heart, it measures ECG and all that. So now you got the sugar trend. Brilliant, you know, it's excellent. No, what they told us, the Extens, the Hilo Extens can be used as a standalone device. It's got its own Toshiba chip in it. And let me explain something to you guys, because sometimes I speak to people and say, oh, but this done in the back street down in China. No, they're not done in the back street down in China. This technology, our Hilos and the Hilo Extens have got a Toshiba chip inside them. This is real technology, real time, for real people. You don't understand. Toshiba is a huge company. It's been in the industry for donkey's years. It's worth billions of dollars. They have chosen us to partner to make the chip for our devices. This is how big this is, yeah? So we got news number 1. The sugar trend technology has arrived. It's available right now on this device. You can use it together with a Hilo LX or LX Plus, and that will give you a whole host of information. So sugar trend as well as all the other parameters, biometric parameters, which are massive, yeah. Or you can use it by itself. If you're not, don't worry about your heart, you don't worry about your blood pressure, you don't worry about anything else. You just want to know, you know, let's say you're diabetic and you just want to do your sugar trend without having to prick your fingers. You just wanted the device, you can use it standalone. It's got its own chip in there, yeah. So class 1 medical device, and is the measurements are within the FDA guidelines. Yeah, huge. Now that already was like, whoa, you know, we weren't expecting that, yeah. But there's nothing. That's just one of the news that's come out. The other news is, to me, is like, oh God, it's really. As a personal trainer, I always say, diet is important. Exercise and activity is important. But those two together ain't going to do nothing if your stress levels are not right and if your sleep is not right. So what I call the 4 pillars of health. Yeah. Diet, exercise or activity, stress levels and sleep quality and sleep length. Yeah. So these 4 pillars all have to be right for you to be healthy. Because if you eat well, and if you exercise or stay active, but your stress or your lifestyle is screwed up, you're stressed out of your brain, and as a result, you're not sleeping very well, guess what? Your health goes down, your immune system goes down, you almost are totally exhausted. You know, your adrenals can only pump so much cortisol, and eventually cortisol is going to start causing problems, yeah? So, hi Declan! So this is the 4 pillars are huge, yeah, are massive, massive. Now, guess what? We've got 5th pillar, the DNA. Now, I've always told you before, I specialize in obesity, diabetes, and also in autoimmune diseases. I've got 2 autoimmune diseases, yeah, celiac disease and Hashimoto's and reactive thyroid. So it does thyroid autoimmune. And I've always said to you, your genes, which are the cards you've been dealt, are not the full story. Your genes are only half of the story. So your genes, we all have a potential for bad things to happen, for bad genes, you know, autoimmune, cancer, we all have that potential within us. You can't change a gene. What you've got, you got. That's the end of it. Just stop trying to change those ones. You cannot change. But how the gene express themselves, so whether the bad genes activate, is down to your lifestyle. Yeah. Diet, exercise, sleep, stress, the 4 pillars. Yeah. So you can impact how your genes, how healthy you are, how your genes express themselves by controlling those 4 things. Yeah. So what's happened now is we know you can control those 4 things with our HeloLX. Yeah. Now you got HeloXtens as well. You can control the sugar trend monitoring as well, which is brilliant. But HeloLX and LX Plus, they will tell you your, your stress levels. It will tell you your heart rate, so the blood pressure. It even does ECG, electrocardiogram, so actually the rhythm of the heart, oxygenation levels. It does sleep quality. It does activity levels and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So it does all the things that it measures all the things that are involved in those 4 pillars. Yeah. And then also, so you need to record your foods, yeah, so you can see, you need to track your macros and everything. Now, these are done by, HeloLX Plus or HeloLX. What they told us yesterday is this, one word, Smart Life Solutions. That is 4, blown everybody out of the water. We are blowing 3 industries out of the water with this announcement. Technology, health and wellness, and MLM. 3 industry that we are blowing now completely out of the water with these 3 announcements. Let me tell you what Smart Life Solution means. What it is, it's a DNA test. A swab, yeah? So DNA test, done as a swab. Now, there's lots of DNA companies out there. You don't have to tell me that. I use them myself, yeah, because I offer DNA testing through my company, Fitness Dynamics, because I'm a firm believer that if you don't know what your genes are doing, then you only know half a story. I don't DNA test on myself. That's when I changed my diet and exercise completely. I went from having a vegetarian diet to going ketogenic. Yeah, and I found that totally changed my health, totally changed my, reduced the level of medication, and that's what's following DNA tests. We know how important DNA tests are. Yeah, we know there's lots of companies doing that. So what's new? So what's the big deal? It's a freaking big deal, I tell you, because the DNA test, Smart Life Solution, do a DNA test via a swab. Hi, Roxanne. So that information is then downloaded on a Smart Life Solution application. Yeah, so Smart Life Solution application has got Smart Life Oracle. What is that? It's an artificial intelligence. This artificial intelligence is looking at all the information and making recommendation based on your DNA, which again is the same that other companies that, the report comes out, it tells you, okay, how your body responds to this, how it responds to that, your macronutrients requirements, your micronutrients requirements. So, by the way, macronutrients, carbohydrate, proteins, fat, micronutrients, vitamins, and minerals. Yes, that's what we're talking about. Sorry if I get a bit jargon here, but I get so excited I forget that. Not everybody understands what micronutrients are. So that's what we're talking about. So it makes personalized recommendation based on with the artificial intelligence based on DNA. But that's not all. That application links to the Helo, and guess what happens? Now you've got DNA information with an artificial intelligence that, gives recommendation, lifestyle recommendation based on DNA. But now those recommendations are made in line with your biometric parameters at the time, in real time. You don't understand what this means. It's about connecting your DNA with your lifestyle. I told you your lifestyle affects your genes. how your genes are expressed. So it's all good knowing your genes and you should be doing this. But if your lifestyle is screwed, your genes are screwed. Yeah. So what's happened now, the recommendations are based on your DNA and based on your biometric parameters at the time. So let me give you an example. You had the bad night's sleep. Yeah. So you had, let's say, you were restless last night. So that's recorded by the Helo. Yeah. That information is shared to the Smart Life solution with the DNA thing, and the recommendation the artificial intelligence does for you are based on the fact that you haven't had enough sleep. So it will change recommendation completely of what you need to be doing. Yeah. And it will account for the fact that you are going to be, your stress level is going to be higher because you haven't had enough sleep. Yeah, your blood pressure is elevated. It will affect the recommendation from a Smart Life solution because you take that into account together with your DNA. This is, let me explain something to you. This is the only device on the market, the HeloLex Plus, that is allowing you to connect biometric parameters with your DNA and get a report that takes into account everything, and the advice you get will change all the time because it is based on your current lifestyle. You're having a week at work when you're having from meeting to meeting to meeting to meeting. You are stressed out of your brain. That will affect hugely the advice you're going to get from the Smart Life solutions because of your stress level. Yeah, lifestyle advice and macro advice and minerals and vitamins advice, all of that. So let's say, for example, you had bad sleep. Yeah. So what happens is the advice would be to increase your melatonin levels. Melatonin is your sleep hormone. Yeah, that allows you to regulate your sleep cycle. Yeah. So if you had stressful day or whatever, or high blood pressure, or heart rhythm is not right, anything like that, it will affect your vitamins and mineral requirements for that period of time. Yeah. This information is collected over a period of 30 days. Yeah, so it does it daily, yeah, but it computes the information and the guidelines and the advice over a period of 30 days. So it gets a big idea of what's going on, yeah. So it cannot get any more personalized than this, guys. Your own biometric parameters together with your own DNA. I mean, I'm talking the 5 pillars, guys. Sleep, stress, food, activity, and now DNA. You can't, I have to go to 3 different companies to get this information. I have to go to a DNA company to do DNA test. I have to go to a food intolerance company to do food intolerance test, and then I have to do my biometric parameters, separately. There is no device out there that does this. Yeah, there's no device out there that does what the Helo does, which is biometric parameters that the Helo does. Yeah. But there's no device that now combines the DNA with that. And that's not all. That's not all. Because in addition to that, so let's say it tells you, okay, you need to increase your vitamin B12 or B3 or B6, or you need to have more melatonin and that. So what are you going to do? You got 2 options. You can go and buy the supplements, yeah, because if it tells you need more vitamin B12s and everything, and for example, you're vegan or vegetarian, you struggle to get that from meat, yeah, from the animal, so you go and get supplements. So you can go to Amazon, you can go to Tesco, wherever you want to go, get your supplements there. Great. But what if this application allowed you then to order supplements which are bioavailable and specifically tailored to what you need? So let's say it tells you need melatonin, yeah, you need B6, and you need vitamin D3, and you need, I don't know, it's vitamin A and K, for example. So where are you going to get this mix? Yeah, you go to a food store or online, you may have to get 5 different supplements, yeah, or if you get multivitamins, well, forget it, because multivitamins, they contain a little bit of everything, so it doesn't make any impact whatsoever. Now, what they've done, they're taking a step further. So not only they tell you with the DNA and your biometric parameters, what you need, personalized to you. They're telling you, listen, we're going to give you a solution as well. So you don't have to wreck your brain and trying to find all these things every single time. Yeah. We're going to give you a solution. The solution is called NutriPack. It is bioavailable, very high quality supplements that are tailored to you. And the way it works is the Smart Life Solutions, DNA and the Helo together communicate. By the way, the Helo's got its own artificial intelligence, yeah? So the more you use it, the more it understands what's normal for you with your biometric parameter, just as well as the Smart Life Oracle, the artificial intelligence for the Smart Life solution, understands more about you the more you use it. So when I said it was, it computes the recommendation over 30 days, period of 30 days, then what they decide to do is say, okay, let us give you the option to order your NutriPack, your pack with your specific supplements that you need for those 30 days. This is massive. Let's say you need 5 different things. Yeah. You just need those 5 things. Yeah. And as I said, your lifestyle affects your genes. So your lifestyle will affect the nutritional requirements you have. So, you buy a multivitamin in the supermarket, you normally get like 60 or 90 pills. That's 3 months supply, but your requirement change all the time. Yeah. So you buy the one fits all and you got to finish it, for 3 months. You got to keep doing it for 3 months. Your requirement next month can be totally different, or you may need something different or something additional, something less. Yeah. What it does is personalize your nutrition. Your supplements are personalized to use each month. This is a choice. Yeah. Your option. You don't have to do it, but they're given the option because they understand that for people to go and buy supplements right, left and center, first of all, there's an issue of quality. Yeah, because you need to read the label. Lots of these supplements are full of fillers and crap in them, which are not actually very good quality, very bioavailable. And also, people, it's not very expensive. You buy 5 different supplements, and the next month you're going to buy another 10 supplements. It's very expensive exercise to do. They are going to give the opportunity to add this extra feature to the application where you can have the NutriPack. Yeah, so NutriPack will be tailored to your specific result, DNA results, and the biometric parameters from the Helo that will say, okay, this month, this person is going to need B12, B6, vitamin K, vitamin A, melatonin. That month in your NutriPack, you will get exactly those supplements, nothing more, nothing less. That's what you're going to get, exactly those, just for 1 month. Supply for 1 month, because next month, we don't know what you're going to need until we get the report. Yeah. So that's the beauty of that, is personalized supplements. And let me put in context for you what this means. Yeah. I have recently entered the menopause. Yeah. So I was adamant, didn't want to take any hormone treatment because it's got very, very bad raps in the UK, especially because under the NHS, you get not very good. So I was adamant I wasn't taking anything until I went to see a endocrinologist in Harley Street to try to deal with my thyroid, because again, NHS will not prescribe T3, which is what I needed. Yeah. So when she looked at all my hormone profile, she did the full hormonal profile blood test, private blood test, she goes to me, there is nothing I can give you for the thyroid that's going to fix it until we fix your hormones. They told me, your hormones are so low that it doesn't matter what I'm gonna give you for your thyroid. It will not make a single bit of difference. Yeah. Hi Shannon. Hi Majid. It will make no difference whatsoever. So you say, we gotta fix your hormones before we can fix your thyroid. The hormones I needed were estrogen, obviously, progesterone, common, testosterone. My testosterone was 0.01. Nothing left, and my muscles were burning all the time. I had no strength left. I was losing muscle mass. Yeah. And DHEA, which is an adrenal hormone. Yeah. My adrenals were exhausted as well. So she prescribed these hormonal supplements for me, which again were plant-based, bioavailable, and specifically for the doses I needed based on my blood test. Now, had I gone to my doctor, the standard medication in the UK for menopause is estrogen and progesterone, 1 pill combined, same dose for everyone. That would have done F all for me. Excuse me, the French. Would have done nothing for me because my testosterone, my DHEA were rock bottom. I would have taken that just like I was taking thyroxine for many, many years and felt like crap. It would have made no difference whatsoever. So that's why the important, hi Majid, that's why it's the importance of having tailored supplementation, tailored medication. If you don't have that, it's pointless. And with these supplements that you buy, by the way, have you ever bought supplements, wherever you buy them from, doesn't matter, and then you go to the toilet and your urine is like orange or fluorescent, bright yellow? Yeah. What it means is that your body's not absorbing that. You actually wean them out. Yeah. And the reason is why, because lots of these supplements are synthetic. They're made in a lab. There's nothing natural about them. The body does not use that, cannot use that. It's synthetic stuff. The body, as I told you before, it's the same thing that happens with food. You don't have natural food. The body doesn't know what to do with that. It just gets rid of it. Yeah. And you get no nutrition whatsoever from that. Same from supplements. So here, this company not only is telling you now you can have DNA linked to your own DNA, linked to your own biometric parameters, and we're going to give you advice, lifestyle advice, how to make lifestyle changes, macronutrients advice, vitamins, minerals advice, based on your biometric parameters and your DNA, and how your lifestyle is affecting your DNA at that time. Not only that, we are going to give you ready-made pack with the micronutrients that you need to get your health on track every single month if you want to. Yeah. So as I said, these are options that they're giving us. And to me, that was like, whoa, ridiculous. And what's more, let me explain some. These supplements, because as I told you before, there's lots of supplements out there. Some of them are pure crap and lots of them are synthetic. You piss them out. Yeah. So they don't do anything for them. These supplements, yeah, are approved by the FDA. Huge. Again, they could have given you any supplements and say, well, they're high quality. These are FDA approved supplements. Again, the Food and Drug Administration in America. Yeah. Again, they've gone all the way to make sure that these were pure supplements that are going to make a difference to your life. Yeah. They're going to make a difference to your health. So this is like, to me, is like, how? I mean, we knew the sugar trend was going to be huge. And let me tell you something about the sugar trend, because there's a lot of skeptics out there. How can you possibly measure the sugar trend without pricking your finger? Let me tell you something. This sugar trend monitoring device has been in the making for a long time. We made the announcement last year that it was going to come. We said it would be coming in December last year. It didn't happen. Why did it not happen? Because the people, corporate and that World Global Network behind that, they wanted to launch a device that was 100%. They didn't want to launch something that was 50%. And what they did, and this was something that came out from Singapore, they did a test. They tested 5,000 people. 5,000 people. For 6 months. That is a huge, huge trial. Huge. And actually, they would have tested more. There are 10,000 people that wanted to take part in this trial. They just didn't have enough devices to give them. Yeah, at the time. So, because they had to wear the device, and use them for them to do this trial. 5,000 people over 6 months to make sure these readings are accurate. So do not come and tell me that's not possible. Because every time we had the revolution, every time something has come on the market that was so revolutionary that, people couldn't get their minds around that, the answer is that's not possible, can't work. This is what happened when Apple launched the first iPhone. They got slated by the phone company. They said, what are you talking about? It's never ever going to work. Where's Apple now with iPhone? Everyone's got an iPhone. Or Samsung. I got Samsung. I gave up the iPhone for my own reasons. But you know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. This is exactly the same thing. We've blown the market with the Helix Stents, sugar trend monitoring, non-invasive for the first time ever. Is class 1 medical device, and the measurement are within the standard recommended by the FDA. Huge, 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 massive. Now, let me tell you something. In the UK, the NHS is struggling big time to deal with obesity and diabetes, or what I call diabesity. Yeah. I told you in previous lives that autoimmune diseases are on the increase because autoimmune diseases are caused by our lifestyle. Yeah. That's what they're caused by. Our lifestyle is causing the autoimmune diseases. They only increase anything from rheumatoid arthritis, from lupus, from Hashimoto's, very common these days. Celiac disease is very common these days. MS, alopecia. These are all psoriasis. These are all autoimmune diseases. Yeah. The beauty of autoimmune diseases is that they are not permanent. Yeah. You can manage them. You can't cure them completely, but you can manage them. You can put them into remission. Diabetes, type 2 diabetes, they can go into remission. They need to have the information. They need to have the education to be able to do that. What is the government doing in the UK? The government in the UK is telling diabetics, it's okay for you to eat pasta, bread and pizza, provided it's whole grain. No, it's not okay to eat that. Stop listening to that. 55% carbohydrate, 35% fat. That's what the UK government is recommended as guidelines. And then you wonder why we got a nation of obese and diabetic. There's your answer right there. Whole grain bread, whole grain pasta is just as bad as white bread, white pasta. It is not part of a human diet. Stop eating the crap. Now we are giving you the ability to measure everything you need to measure. Measure your glucose level, yeah, sugar trend level. Measure your biometric parameters that will give you for the HeloRelax, for those of you not familiar with this, and is, some people compare it to Fitbit, compare it to Apple Watch. No. Fitbit, Apple Watch, Garmin, all the lot are fitness trackers. They will tell you the steps, they will tell you the distance, they will tell you the calories, which by the way, most of the time are wrong anyway. They will tell you, some of them will tell you sleep quality, yeah. The Apple Watch, yeah, you can call people from that, you can do text messages, email. Thank you, I've got my phone to do that. I don't need to have it on my wrist as well, yeah. Fitbit, quite frankly, it's, guys, if your only goal is to do 10,000 steps a day, that's what you want. If your goal is to change your health, to improve your health and stay healthy for the rest of your life, the Fitbit does not help you. It's that simple, yeah? What the HeloRelax does by itself does heart rate. Yes, other devices do that, great. Blood pressure. The other device don't do blood pressure, guys. You want to measure your blood pressure, you have to use the cuff, yeah? So blood pressure, by the way, all this is 24/7. It does it automatically. You set the intervals for that. It does ECG, or for the American guys, EKG, electrocardiogram. That is what you get in the hospital when you put the electrodes on your chest and they see your heart rhythm. That tells the doctor if there's a problem with your heart, arrhythmia, or more serious problem, heart valve problems. You, with the HeloRelax, not only you can measure that wherever you want, but also you can save the PDF with all the lines, just like it will look like in an ECG at the hospital, and you can send it to the doctor. So if you're having problem, palpitation, you can send it to the doctor. They can straight away see from that, get a history of how it's been going on, and they can help you diagnose things quicker. Yeah, so that's not only that, it does breath rate, yeah, which is important as well. It does oxygenation level, guys. If you suffer from allergies, if you suffer from asthma, if you suffer from COPD, all this will affect your oxygenation level, yeah. So oxygenation level below 95% is low. If it goes too low, you are in trouble. The body, your cells cannot function with proper levels of oxygen, especially the brain, yeah. Not all the devices got that, guys. Yeah. So sleep quality, that's included. It does actually your fatigue level and your mood levels as well. Yeah. So it's a variety of things. Huge amount of things. And it does UV filter as well, UV sensors. So it tells, we don't need, at the moment, the weather's changed in the UK, so we don't need them. But actually it tells you if you're overexposed to the sun. Yeah. And it gives you advice when you're overexposed to the sun, then it tells you need to cover up now. And that, again, to help you is prevention, risk of skin cancer, prevent, yeah? So this is what the Helo does by itself. It's got artificial intelligence. So the more you use it, the more you wear it, the more it understands what's normal to you. Because let's be honest, my blood pressure is low. I've always had low blood pressure. So if every time my blood pressure goes below, 100/70, which is normal for me, I actually go a lot lower than that, yeah? If every time was like, it gave me a warning, said your blood pressure is abnormal, I'll go, for fuck's sake, just shut up, yeah? Excuse my French, but that's what I would say, just too much, yeah? My healer knows that for me, that's normal. So it doesn't warn me unless my blood pressure goes really low. When it starts going below 90, yeah, so I get like 85/56. That's low for me as well. Then it sends me a warning, it sends a warning to my husband, says something's not right here, yeah. So it doesn't send me a warning if my blood pressure is 100/70, because for me, that's actually good blood pressure. Yeah. So, but for my husband, you know, that will be different, you know. So again, he's got high blood pressure. Yeah. So it will give him a warning when he goes above what is normal blood pressure, which for me will be a high blood pressure. Yeah. So that's what artificial intelligence does. Now, this same artificial intelligence is in the Smart Life solutions, where your DNA is going to be stored. Yeah. So that intelligence links together with the Helo, and together they say, okay, the DNA, your risk DNA is, it basically covers, the DNA reports cover anything from the ideal macronutrients for you, covers the, the risk for you for the detoxification, your detoxification ability, things like cholesterol, stuff like that, yeah? Genetically, what your predisposition is. So match that with your biometric parameters, what your lifestyle is doing, yeah? Put the two together, and all of a sudden, you got the full solution. The advice based on your current lifestyle and your genetic information. There is nothing on the market that does this. Yeah, there is this concept hasn't been thought, let alone been on the market, has not been thought. Apple are still trying to get sugar trend. They're still trying to get some of the stuff we've been using on our wrist now for month and month and month. So try to understand how huge this is. For me, especially when I heard not long ago the NHS were trying out Fitbit, yeah, to try to motivate people, Fitbit on the NHS, to try to motivate people to walk. You can walk until the cows come home. But if your diet is screwed up, your lifestyle is screwed up, and you are not making the lifestyle changes necessary to change things for you, you can walk until the cows come home. You can walk 30,000 steps a day. It will make no difference. Yeah, these people need to be educated. They don't need to be educated to eat pasta and bread, provided whole grain. That's no education. That is bull. I'm sorry. Yeah. So if there's anyone listening from NHS, people, the device you want to use to help people and educate them is the Helo LX or Helo LX Plus, and then even the Helo Extens. Yeah, for diabetics. That's what you want to use to help people understand what's going on inside, how the lifestyle is affecting their health internally. Because unless they understand that, they cannot make the changes to the lifestyle that will impact their health. 10,000 steps will not make a change enough. Yes, it's a good start, yeah? Because lots of people are overly morbidly obese. I deal with people morbidly obese. For them to win 200 steps is a huge achievement, yeah? But that alone will not do nothing. If we're still eating the same crap, if we're still not doing anything else, if we're still stressed out, yeah, it makes no difference if we do 200 steps or 10,000 steps. It makes absolutely no difference. It's about, with people who got diabetes and obesity, it's about changing the mindset. Yeah, you need to help them make lifestyle changes that stick and will make a difference to the health. And once they see the health improving, the weight dropping, then they feel more motivated. But initially, they need to have guidance. Now, the NHS can give guidance, not because they don't want to, they just haven't got the resources. I mean, doctors, when you go to the doctor, 10 minutes, you got 10 minutes and you got to get out of the door. If you got 2 problems, they say, no, I can only deal with 1 in 10 minutes. So take the other one away with you, come back another time. How ridiculous is that? So imagine somebody needs actually to sit down with somebody and go through all their lifestyle, what they do, and help them find solutions that fit for them, for their specific lifestyle and for their specific DNA. Yeah, this is it. This is it. One device on your wrist and one application on your phone. And what's even more interesting is that, and I won't go into details about this because I'll be here for another 3 hours. I'm sure you got something better to do with your Sundays anyway. But the other thing they told us is that through this Smart Life solution, they're going to be launching different option plans. Yeah, so you can actually pick and choose what you want from this device. So you can have your DNA and the Hilo, so your biometric parameters and the Hilo. You can add the NutriPack if you want. Yeah, you can add the sugar trend monitoring if you want. So depending on your budget, depending on what you want. Yeah, it's for see, if you're not particularly bothered by DNA, but you're really worried about sugar trend, and you say, listen, I'm not particularly bothered by DNA, but I really need to know what my sugar trend is, and I don't want to stop pricking my finger every single minute, every single day, then I want to have that one. Great, then you got the solution for that. Yeah, because as I say, we are not here about selling. We are here about changing lives, and that's the reason why I'm involved with this company. Yeah, I don't care whether you're going to buy a Hilo. I don't care if you're going to buy a Hilo Extens. That's not my purpose. My purpose is to tell you, for you to be healthy, you need to look at your 4 pillars, what I've been telling you all the time. So diet, exercise, sleep, stress level. Yeah, 4 pillars, which are the ones who affect your 5th pillar, which is your DNA. If all of this don't work together, you get ill. It's that simple. Now, we've got a solution here to monitor all of this. And not only to monitor all of this, but actually to get personalized advice. You're given the advice of what you need to do to improve your health. Yeah? So it's like having your personal consultant with you on your wrist 24/7 and on your phone, on the application. And hello, if you go to a private consult, how much are you going to charge? I'll tell you how much you're going to charge. I've been there many times. Yeah? At least £200 a session. That's it. And that's before you even start doing blood tests and everything else. Yeah? 24/7. The Hilo Extens, if you need sugar trends. Yeah? And the application is My Life application. Simple DNA swab. Guys, there's no blood taken. Simple DNA swab. Swab your cheek. Yeah? Send it off. Envelope prepaid. Send it off. It gets downloaded to your Smart Life Solution application. You get your own report. And then if your report says, okay, this is what you need to do, we need to change your micronutrients to support your lifestyle and everything, then you got a choice. You can have a ready-made macronutrient made for you. 1 month supply, because your lifestyle and your stresses and everything changes all the time. You don't remain the same all the time. 1 month supply, personalized nutrition that is FDA approved supplements for you to get your health back to where it needs to be. Yeah? Do it the way you want it done for you, sent to you, great. Every month you get that one based on what your body needs. Yeah, you want to do it yourself, you want to go and buy your supplement, free to do that. As I say, we're not here to sell you stuff. We are here to raise your awareness. Yeah, Fabio Galdi, the CEO of World Global Network, started all this for one reason. His father died of complication of diabetes. Yeah, and is diabetic himself. So he did know when he understood what diabetes was, type 2 diabetes, and how curable that is. And the fact that there's not enough information out there, there's no support out there at all for diabetics, not proper support, yeah, for diabetics. He sets upon creating something that will provide the support to these people and giving people a chance to improve their health, to understand first of all the health is, educate people, and then be able to improve the health. Yeah, this is what it's about. He had the opportunity to sell. We showcased the Hilo X, Hilo X Plus, and even the sugar trends at the CES in Las Vegas in January this year. Yeah. That's the biggest event in technology in the US, in the world, actually. You got the big giant, you got Apple, Toshiba, all the big giants, the Samsung, yeah, displaying the technology that's coming out in the coming year, yeah, the innovation. And he displayed, by the way, when we displayed the sugar trend at the time, the device that they were using at the time was ugly. It was really ugly. But it was working, yeah, so it was showing how he was measuring the sugar trend without pricking the finger. But at the time, all was shown was the levels, different levels you can have. So it's very low, normal, medium, high, very high, whatever. And that already in itself was a major thing, because for it to be able to read that and already give you an indication what the trend of your sugar levels were, it was amazing, yeah? It was approached by 2 well-known companies. And if you think about it, who are the top 2 companies?
I'm not making a, you know who the top companies are in the technology industry. 2 big companies approached him, offered him a 9-figure sum to buy the technology from the Hilo, to buy the technology from World Global Network. He could have done, listen, Fabio Gardi's got money, yeah? So he could have said, you know what, I don't need the headache of finishing develop this. Yes, take my money and enjoy a good life for me. Thank you very much, done. No. Why not? Because it doesn't want this technology to fall in the hands of companies that are only going to use it for their own profits. It wants the technology to be there to help people. Remember, why his dad died of complication of diabetes. So if he sold this company and the technology to companies, big companies, they're only interested in launching the market and making money, what will happen? Only the people who can afford it, and they will price it ridiculously high, and only people who can afford it will get benefit from that. The average person will not get the benefit from that. Yeah, so he refused. And not only that, after the CES, they relooked at everything. They decided, you know what? His dream is for every household to have HeroLex on the wrist, because this is how you're going to know what's going on inside your body. And what he did, he took the bold decision to slash the price because he wanted everyone to be able to afford one. Now, which company out there does that? I'll tell you which one. Zero. None. Because all for profit. Fabio Gardi is not for profit. He wants to change the world. He wants to make a difference. And that's why I like this company. That's why I like the way he thinks, because I'm the same. I want to make a difference. I could just quite easily just do personal training, go to people, charge X amount of money, do the bare minimum, and off you go. You know, make my money and not be bothered. I'm not interested in that. I want to help people. I really want to help people make a difference to their life. That's why I specialize in obesity and diabetes. I could have taken the easy option. I could have said, I'm just going to do brides to be. They are motivated, 3 months. They want to fit in the dress, nice and easy, piece of cake, done. Get my money, run away, done. I didn't have to spend £1,500 of my own money to educate myself to get the qualification for obesity and diabetes. Yeah? Not knowing if I got the money back. So let's be honest. Obesity and diabetes, if you go, I could work alongside NHS schemes, yeah? NHS schemes pay pitiful money. So I did not do that for money. I did it because I care. And that's the difference with this company. They care. If they didn't care, they would have sold it, made the money, off you go. If they didn't care, they wouldn't slash the prices of the product. If they didn't care, they wouldn't spend 6 months perfecting, trialing on 5,000 people. They would have launched last year at 50%. Yeah. Saying, okay, well, what we got is good enough. Let's send it. If they didn't care, they would have been happy with the Hero Extens, just measuring the sugar trends, at the level, very low to very high. They wouldn't have gone further and said, listen, we want this to be able to be used for diabetics. We need to have a figure there. We need a number so they understand how bad the sugar is. Yeah. If they didn't care, they wouldn't have made a point of making sure the Hero Extens was a class 1 medical device in Europe. They wouldn't have cared. If they didn't care, they wouldn't have made a point to make sure that the readings for the Hero Extens was within the guidelines for the FDA. If they didn't care, they wouldn't have partnered up with the company Smart Life Solution to provide DNA testing to give the full picture. And not only that, to make sure that these supplements that they offer are FDA approved. That's the difference. So, this is what I want to say, guys. To me, I have just been handed. I'm not going to say I'm going to be handed gold dust, because gold dust, no. There's a price on gold dust. This is priceless. This is, for a personal trainer, somebody like me who cares, yeah. My ultimate goal, I haven't said this to many people, yeah. My ultimate goal is, yes, I want to retire in 4 years' time in Italy and enjoy, relax and everything. But my ultimate goal is to open clinics worldwide, where people with chronic illnesses, so from autoimmune, for high cholesterol, diabetes, anything like that, obese diabetes, people with chronic illnesses can actually walk in these clinics for free, get the advice for free, get the support for free, get nutritional advice, plans tailored to them, get workout, exercise plan tailored to them for free. I could charge a bomb if I wanted to, once I got this up and running. It's not about that. As I say, I want to stop this nonsense of diabetes. Diabetes is nonsense. It's caused by our lifestyle. We are so screwed up. We are screwing up our body. And bear in mind, this is it. This meat suit we've got is the only one we got. We don't get spare parts. Well, we could get spare parts. You could get, you know, knee replacement, hip replacement. You don't get anything else that's a spare part. Yeah. Once that goes, it's gone for good. We need to take care of it. And the problem we've got out there is that it's not that we don't want to take care of it. We've got everything coming against us. Yeah. So we've got lack of education, and the little bit of education that is out there, unfortunately, is incorrect. Yeah, and it's incorrect not because the government wants everybody to become obese and diabetic and have autoimmune diseases. It's because the government, unfortunately, takes forever and more to make changes in recommendation. You know, now all this information is coming out about autoimmune, is coming out about, you know, carbohydrates are causing a huge amount of havoc in our body. It's not the fats that are causing an amount of havoc, it's the carbohydrates, you know. So all this is coming out now. The research is coming out now. However, it's going to take probably the UK government, probably even the American government, or the other countries, it's going to take them 5-10 years maybe before there's enough research for them to make the changes and say, yes, sorry guys, we screwed up, we got it so wrong, this is wrong, this is what we want to do from now on, and change those recommendations. By then, 5-10 years, we are screwed. As I said before, the generations that's being born now is the first generation that is not expected to outlive their parents. What it means while now we live until 80, 85, 90, 100, depending, you know, how good you are or lucky you are sometimes. The generation that are being born now, they'll be lucky to live until 60 years old. Why? Because by the time they're 60, they're going to be riddled with chronic illnesses caused by our lifestyle, poor food and poor quality of life, poor sleep, you know, no lack of movement and all that. Yeah. We can put a stop to that. So it's about educating people. It's about giving people the tools so they can make the change. Yeah, tools, HelioLex Plus, HelioXtens, Smart DNA test, and the Smart Life Solutions. So those are the tools that tell you this is what's going on inside here. Yeah, this is what's happening here. Not only that, give you the solution. This is what you need to do to get your health back on track. Yeah, tools, solutions, advice, support. That's what we're offering here, people. Yeah. So that is the difference. Now, of course, you can take the horse to water, you can't make them drink. So at the end of the day, it's always down to people, whether they're going to take the advice, whether they're going to make the changes. Yeah. But at least knowing that there's an issue, knowing what you can do, it's actually not difficult to do. Yeah. Is the first step. And a lot of people will take the step if they knew. You know, as I told you, when I discovered I had autoimmune Hashimoto, I had to find out myself through private test, private blood test, because my NHS endocrinologist and my NHS doctors were not interested. They told me, we're giving you the pill for underactive thyroid, take it and shut up. That was literally what I was told. It's in your head. The blood tests are fine. It's in your head. I said, no, it's not in my head. I've got no energy. It's not in my head that I can't concentrate. That is actually happening. Yeah. I had to do my own private test, my own research, find out I had Hashimoto. By the time I found out and eventually managed to get a scan, an ultrasound scan on my neck, my left thyroid had gone completely. Had they bothered to do that test, you know, 10 years before, 20 years before, when the problem started, I would still have my left thyroid. I was furious. I was furious because I've been let down, because I trusted the medical profession. Yeah. Do I blame them? Initially, I was furious. I thought, you bastard, you know, I get all sorts of things. But the right is, and I thought about it. First of all, is it gonna make any difference? Is it gonna change anything if I, you know, if I blame it? No, it's not gonna change anything. Yeah. And secondly, I thought, it's not their fault. You know, doctors will say they've got a limited amount of time. NHS got a limited amount of resources. They will only do the bare minimum. And they don't listen to patients because, you know, they assume the patients are all hypochondriac. Yeah. So the bottom line here is, at the time I didn't know I could find out my own information. I just trusted them. I was naive and I was younger. Yeah. As I got older, I got fed up with feeling like crap. Then I said, oh no, this is not going to happen now. I can't just feel like this for the rest of my life. Yeah. Then I just started educating myself. And that's what it is education. Yeah. But you need to have the tools to educate you. You need to have the right information to look at. Yeah. And this is what we're trying to do. Yeah, this is what these three things have introduced. Yeah, the Hilo Extends, the DNA testing that matches you get a report with that together with your biometric parameters. So it's tailored to your DNA and tailored to your vital signs at the time. Yeah, so, because they change all the time depending on how life is affecting you, the stresses of life, poor sleep. You know, you can even have eat late at night will affect your sleep. Yeah, your sleep has been affected. It will affect, you know, how your body responds to various elements the following day. Yeah, it will affect how your genes respond to stress and everything, you know, whether it activate or don't activate. So these are the things that you can actually do now. We've got with, you know, World Global Network this weekend, the announcement they've done are mind-blowing. You know, there's nothing out there in the market like this. And what's more important, this is technology. This is meant to help people. Yeah, it's meant to educate people. Now you can find out everything about your body. Yeah, some people don't want to know what's going on in the body. So, well, okay, you know, it's stressing me out if I find out if I don't find out what's going on. But hold on a minute. What kind of mindset is that? So would you rather not know there's a problem and then have a major heart attack a week time, leaving your whole family behind, yeah, with possibly no financial support, screwing their life completely? Or would you rather get a warning, say, oh, something is not right here, go to the doctor, boom, they catch it and they fix it? I know which one I'd rather do. That's all it is. It's self-care, it's preventative. Yeah, so it's not good, you know, wait until you get symptoms to then go and see the doctors. What if you can avoid the symptoms in the first place because you're monitoring your health based on your DNA, based on your biometric parameters? That is, you cannot get any more personalized than that. It just doesn't exist. Yeah, and if you want, you can have personalized supplements on top of that. Yeah, you can't get any better than that. And that's why I was so excited. Yes, I was like, to one of my clients, you know, and she actually thought I was, you know, I had a car accident because I was literally shaking. That was literally adrenaline going through me. And every time I was driving, you know, I had the Facebook lives going on while I was driving. And I was like, you know, and I tried to concentrate on the road. Not very good. Hopefully nobody from the DVLA is listening. You know, but I was trying to concentrate, you know, driving between clients. And, you know, I almost didn't want to switch off the live feed, you know, when I had to go to the clients. Damn it, you know, I wish I didn't have any sessions today because I wanted to listen to that. But it's just as well, I gave myself time to digest it because there was so much information. And all of it is just mind-blowing. You know, the fact that everything they've come up with not only is there to help people, ordinary people like you and me, yeah, but it's all stuff that is Class 1 medical device, FDA approval. So this is serious stuff. It's not just something done in the, you know, in the backyard somewhere. This is serious stuff. And this is the beginning of a new era. Yeah. As I said, when the first Apple phones were launched, everybody laughed at Apple. They'll never work. It's too complicated. Mark my word. What we launched over this weekend is the beginning of a new era. Some people may laugh at us now. Some people may ridicule us now. Let's have a look who's laughing in 2 years' time. Because in 2 years' time, we will be number one. We will make the difference to hundreds and thousands of people. That's what it is about. Yeah. So, and in addition to that, you know, well, Fabio Galdi could have chosen to do this, you know, distribute all these products via shops, Amazon, whatever it was. No, it's chosen to distribute it through people like you, like me, ordinary people, because not only it wants to give us freedom of knowing that we can impact our health, free education, it wants to give us financial freedom. Yeah, and that's all I'm going to say about that. So if you want to find out more about this, how this works, you know, what the options are, as I say, is very pick and mix. Yeah, you can have all different things depending on what is relevant for you. for your own health, for your own circumstances, and what of your budget wise as well. So send me comments, yeah, and I'll give you the information. There's going to be more information coming out today, and later on we're going to do a live with our presidents in Singapore at the moment, so they're going to give us even more information tomorrow. There's more information tomorrow evening, so we have got more information coming through. But I just wanted to make this live just to let you guys know that this is just massive. Helo Extens, sugar trend monitoring non-invasively, fitting within the FDA guidelines, and is a European class 1 medical device. Huge. You can now have your DNA tested and in an application that links together with a Helo, so you get recommendations based on your DNA and based on your lifestyle, how your lifestyle is impacting your DNA. Recommendation for macronutrients, micronutrients, lifestyle changes, needs, specific needs, detoxification, all of that, cholesterol, everything. You get all recommendation on your wrist, on your phones, 24/7. Get the information. And if you want, you get bioavailable, high quality supplements tailored to your own specific recommendation based on DNA and your biometric parameters. Every month, delivered to you, a month supply that changes every month in line with how your lifestyle and your stressors are changing. Massive. And again, the supplements are FDA approved. Massive. Is it gold? No. Is it diamond? No. It's priceless. There is no price for this. There is no price for your health. This is your health handed to you on a plate. All you gotta do is read it. Understand how your body's working. As I said to you, if you don't track it, you don't know it. If you don't know it, you can't fix it. It's as simple as that. Tracking is everything. This allows you to track everything that's going on inside your body, as well as DNA, your genetic code. Yeah? When you do DNA test, and I've done many, as I say, with other companies, you get one report. Yeah? One single report telling you, these are your genes, blah, 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 this is what it means, blah, 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 this is what it means for you, with diet, with the fitness, with lifestyle, whatever. One report, one fixed report, that's it. It doesn't tell you a report every month, yeah, based, okay, this is your lifestyle now is affecting these genes. That means now you need to counteract that by having these particular vitamins and minerals in your diet. Does it do that? No, it doesn't. Hello, wakey. It's massive. That's what I'm going to say. Just think, yeah? Think what I'm telling you here. This is huge. A new era, technology, wellness, health. Yeah? New era. And eventually will become the norm. I've got no doubt. This become the norm. Everybody will be able to track this like that, through devices, yeah? We are the first one that brought it to the market. And we're different because we actually care. We want to make difference to people's life. We want to educate people so they can make the changes to the lifestyle that will impact the health big time. That's the difference. We're not Apple. We're not Samsung. We're not Fitbit. We don't want to be like them. We want to be different. That's all I got to say. Okay, guys, thank you very much for being on. I see a few people there. Paul, Elizabeth, Emma, Max, thank you for coming on. If I haven't called your name, it's because I'm so busy talking or with all this news. But, send a comment, say hi. If you found this useful, if you know somebody who will benefit from that, to be honest with you, anybody with a pulse will benefit from this. Because we all have stressor in our life. We all have genes, a genetic code, yeah, and we're all unique. Yeah, so we all need to know what our genetic code is saying about us and how our lifestyle is impacting those genes and our health and what we need to do to fix that. We all need to do that. So all of us will benefit from this. But if you have some relatives that you're particularly worried about, whether diabetic, whether autoimmune, whether, very ill, whatever, and you want to be able to help them, and by the way, you got the Guardian feature, yes, so you can actually put one of these devices on them, you can monitor them and you get the information so you can help them if you need help. Yeah, so we got extra things I haven't mentioned in this live because there's just so much to say. So if you know anybody who should really have these devices, then send them this video so they can kind of get a gist of what it is, yeah. And then, you know, they get a chance to do something about it, yeah. And for yourselves, as I say, anybody who's got a pulse should have one of these devices on the wrist. It's that simple, yeah. And the sugar trend extends, ELO extends, as I said, it's for diabetics, yes, but it's not just for diabetics, because sugar trends affect a lot of things, yeah, affect your stress level, your inflammation level in your body, yeah. Oh, you just checked me out. There you go. Every time I do a Facebook Live, Facebook checks me out. Unbelievable. They don't like what I say, clearly. So, as I said, you know, everybody, you know, should have this. And the sugar trend is not just for diabetic. As I say, I measure my sugar levels to determine how food reacts in my body. So if my sugar, if at my baseline sugar level is normally 4.3 millimole per liter, yeah. And if I have a meal, and after an hour and a half, 2 hours after a meal, my sugar levels are going up to 5, 5.5 or 6, and they're still there, I've got an issue. The food is not working for me, yeah. It could be in slight intolerance, yeah, it could be sensitivity, or it could just be that my body just doesn't cope with that food, and then the food has to come out of my life, on my diet, yeah. So the sugar trend monitor is not just for diabetic, it's for anyone who wants to keep a healthy lifestyle. It's for anybody who wants to do, if you've got weight loss problems, anybody who's got inflammation in the body, you know, and you just want to see which food works for you or not, because let's be honest, you could take an intolerance test, yeah, and again, intolerance test will give you a result at that time. So you do an intolerance test, you get one report, that's it, that's all you get. With the sugar trends, with ELO extends, what you do, you keep on testing it throughout every single day, you know, multiple times a day if you want to, and you get the trend, so you can see constantly make changes to the food and your lifestyle to see how it's impacting your health, yeah. You can't do that with the food intolerance test because you only get one answer, yeah. And then if you want to see whether your intolerance has changed, you have to take another test and pay for another test. You don't need to do that with ELO extends. You got it. You do it, use as much or as little as you want. Yeah. So that's what I want to say. Have a lovely, lovely Sunday. We are here in the UK. Somebody's prayers have been answered. Oh, those people say, we're too hot. We've had enough of the sunshine. Rain. So there we go. So the prayers have been answered. Hopefully we get back to good weather soon. But to be honest, our grass needed it. You know, the UK looked very miserable with all this yellow grass everywhere. So a little bit of green would be welcome in some places. Have a great Sunday. Have a great weekend. And as I say, share it, comment it on it. And I'll speak to you soon. We get more news soon. And I'm sure I'll be on to give you some more news very soon. Bye, everyone.